This is Lena Robson. Welcome to Naturally Fit DC. Today I'm going to prepare a kale salad. It's one of my favorite recipes and a recipe that a lot of my friends tend to enjoy. As promised, we're going to prepare a kale salad that's very healthy and quick and easy to prepare. For those of you who are looking to add some healthier dishes with some healthy side effects or benefits, added healthy benefits to your overall body and well-being. The ingredients that we're going to use are a bunch of kale. Just go to the market and grab a bunch of organic kale or conventional if you like. I'm not that picky, just depends on what my budget can afford that week. In this case, I went for the organic stuff. 1 avocado, the juice of a lemon, and we're going to use 3 garlic cloves. For this recipe, you can use 1 to 3 garlic cloves. I like a more garlicky flavored kale salad, but it's up to you. And you'll also need a large bowl to mix this all in. This is a kale salad with the avocado dressing, so we're going to make the avocado dressing from scratch first in the bowl, and then we'll toss in the leaves to coat it. You'll need a lemon press. I like this one. It kind of extracts the juice out really quickly. And one more thing I forgot. Is a garlic press. I have 2 different types here. This one's about $1.99 at IKEA. This one cost me about $10 at the home goods store in Georgetown. The difference between the two is with the more expensive one, you don't have to peel the cloves of garlic. You can just keep them in their skin as they are now and put them in the press, and it'll squeeze it all out, and you just throw the residue away. But today I'm going to actually peel it. Don't know why, but I'm feeling like I just want to give a little extra love and attention and care to my salad, since it is going to be my dinner. And we're back. Alright, got to clean up the kale. One of the things I'll do is I will run a sink full of cool water. There's already water in the sink, so I'm not going to run that much. And the best way to clean fresh greens is to take, of course, the rubber band or the thing that binds the bunch together off first. Put it in your cold water, and then add about 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. This one is a processed apple cider vinegar. The store brand, it's about $1.50 for the bottle. You don't want to use like the Bragg's or an unfiltered apple cider vinegar, the one that you consume. You don't consume this, but the one that you consume, because that's a bit more expensive. That's about $5 for a container that's much smaller than this, and you really don't need to go expensive when you're just cleaning your greens. So the apple cider vinegar, what that does, that will kill any bacteria that might be on the leaves, reducing your risk for getting salmonella poisoning or whatever kind of stuff people tend to contract when they're eating dirty greens. I've never been affected by that. But do my apple cider vinegar wash. I'm letting those soak, and let them soak for about 60 to 90 seconds. I've already peeled my garlic. I have my lemon. Just cut your lemon. Let me put the camera down that way. Cut your lemon in half. And for avocado, you want to cut it long ways, not like across the short side, but cut long ways through it, and puncture out. Make sure your knife is nice and sharp. Cut along here. Open it up, and then to get the seed out, a friend of mine just taught me a trick, just to kind of score the avocado in about 3 or 4 different places, and then just pop it out like that. It comes out nice and clean, and you can toss that. Alright, I will Okay, now that we've done that, and I'm soaking my greens, pull your bowl nearby, and with the greens, you want to just see that stem down the middle. You can juice that, but for our purposes, we're going to throw it away because we can't really eat that. It's a little tough. And just pinch the pieces off. I don't like to make the leaves too small in the salad because I want it to have some substance to it. So I'm actually going to peel the rest of this spine out of here. And then I'll make leaves roughly about that size right there. And that'll coat nicely with our dressing. So you see I am putting the leaves in the bowl, but I'm not going to keep them there long because that's where we're going to mix our dressing. I'm just going to put them here temporarily. I have a colander on standby. I'm going to put the leaves in there so they can drain. And then we'll mix up the dressing. So I'll be back with you shortly after I have all these leaves done. Okay, I'm back. Greens are clean. In a colander, drained. I cheat a little bit. I actually prepped these yesterday. So it's okay to prep these in advance. Actually, it makes it easier to mix when you prep them in advance. So at least an hour in advance. So you can do it the day before. And I stored them in a gallon-size Ziploc bag. So I'm going to set these off to the side. And there's one ingredient I forgot to mention that you're going to need, which is Mediterranean sea salt. All right, let's go ahead and start with preparing our salad dressing or our avocado dressing. So I was reading somewhere where it's best to press, you're cooking a dish with garlic, press the garlic first or cut the garlic up. And just let it sit for about 60 seconds before you begin to add any other ingredient like the lemon juice or to cook it. That allows more of its medicinal healing properties to kind of open up for you. Given that this is a raw dish, though, you're keeping pretty much everything in its natural state. Alright, so garlic is pressed. Alright, my garlic is pressed and it has sat for about 90 seconds. Now I'm going to squeeze the lemon juice into my bowl here. This is a lemon press. They run anywhere between $9 and $13. If you go to like a kitchen supply discount store, you can get it around the $9 mark. And these are awesome to use. They're not that messy, and you don't really have to do much other than take your half a lemon. By the way, I rinse off my lemons and the outside of my avocados. I rinse the outside off just in case there are any, I don't know, dirt, debris, what have you. So put it inside the lemon press, squeeze it right on inside a bowl. Second lemon, half lemon. And that makes about an 1/8 cup of juice. Yeah, 1/8 to a 1/4 cup of juice. But we don't need to measure it. All you need is 1 lemon. Take my salt, my trusty salt grinder, and put about 2 grinds of salt in there. Once you get it mixed up and the flavor's not really jumping, you want to add a little bit more salt, go ahead. It's better to undersalt than to oversalt. Alright, got a spoon. I'm going to scoop my avocados into the bowl here. One big, it's empty, and I did it in one big scoop. Second one, just put my spoon along the edge here, go around, just a nice little circular motion, and scoop the whole thing out. That's it. Alright, I'm going to take a large fork, and first I'm going to swish this around a little bit just to kind of mix up the garlic and the lemon juice, which I should have did before I put the avocado in, but no worries. If you kind of like me and forgetful, you can just do that before you start mashing the avocado in. So I've mixed up, switched the avocado, I mean the lemon juice and the garlic to mix it a little bit, and now I'm just going to put the camera down a little bit so you can see what I'm about to do. I'm going to mash the avocado into the side of the bowl here, and I'm just kind of up and down with this until I get all of the avocado mashed. Do the avocado mash. Alright, stir it a little bit now that it's mashed pretty good, and mash a little bit more. And what I'm mashing is there's some big chunks left in there, so I'm just kind of trying to get those mashed. Now it doesn't need to be smooth and creamy. That's a lot of work. Just mash it up enough so that it has a little bit more of a smoother, lumpy, because I have my large spoon and I have my kale, so I'm going to take the kale, take a bit of this kale here and put it into the bowl, and just about a handful, 2 handfuls, and just kind of toss it about in there gently. Again, like I said, you need a big bowl to make this because you don't want the leaves falling out, spilling out onto the counter, although I have my cutting board here to catch any of the leaves that may fall. But you definitely don't add a lot at one time, simply because you don't want things falling out onto the counter. Alright, and I am stirring. And what I'm doing here is just a nice circular back and forth motion to coat the leaves of the kale with the homemade avocado dressing. I like these stainless steel bowls. I don't have a preference over this to plastic. Well, glass is a bit heavy, but with the stainless steel bowl, I feel like, I don't know, it makes it easier for me to mix. I don't know, I just like stainless steel. Alright, coating is going well. I'm going to add some more of my organic kale bunch that we cleaned. This is turning out really nicely. I know that the quality of my camera, let me see if I can get you. There you go. And if you could smell that, that smells absolutely yummy. That garlic coming off of the leaves, and that flavor is just yummy. And the cool thing about this recipe, you will not smell like garlic after you eat this. You will not have garlic breath. Now, alright, add some more here. And as you see, it doesn't take very long to make this recipe. It just looked like it took long because I'm walking you through the steps, but it really does not take very long to make it. And the labor you put in it makes it worth the wait. And I'm about done tossing the leaves in the avocado dressing. This is actually a fun recipe to make when I have guests over. They could see me go through the process and see the love that I put into the dish. It's just fun. It's entertaining. And usually, it's the last thing I'm preparing while I might have the corn muffins in the oven and the curried lentils are on their final 5 minutes of cooking on the stove. I'll prepare the kale salad, which is quite quick. Alright, so the last step here is for us to put it in a lovely serving dish. I have tongs. It's easier to plate or to move the the kale out of the bowl into a serving dish or onto a plate with the tongs, simply because this thing's a little messy and a fork just won't do the trick. Now, it's okay to eat it with a fork, but in terms of, if I'm trying to get it into something where people can serve themselves, from it, even when I'm done with this, I'll have the tongs available for people to put the salad on their plates or into a salad bowl. And let me just put this off to the side. Actually, so this dish makes about enough for about 4 to 6 people. You can even stretch it out to 8 people if people, that you're serving dinner to aren't really salad eaters. But so I've got enough in my nice serving bowl here, and then I have some extra left over in case people want seconds. There is our finished product. A nice size serving dish. This holds about enough for 3 servings. It's a small serving dish bowl. I don't really have a lot of people over when I'm cooking dinners. I usually invite 2 to 4 people over. So this is my first food/nutrition blog, and I've had several requests to do this, and I've actually threatened several times that I would do this, so I'm actually doing it now. And it's fun. As much as I love being in my kitchen and cooking and juicing and making different dishes and homemade juices and cocktails and just fun stuff, I'm going to share, via the World Wide Web. So if you have questions, comments, concerns, you have some requests for me to use certain ingredients to come up with a creative dish, email me at natfitdc@gmail.com. That's my little business or whatever, Naturally Fit DC. But I'm more focused on you being naturally fit from the inside to the outside through eating foods that are not only delicious but healing for the body, that promote good health, that promote weight loss, that promote beautiful skin, and a wide range of other things in the body. Tune in next time. Until then, stay safe, stay warm, and God bless. Before we get into preparing the salad, I just wrote down some healthy benefits of each of the ingredients, just for persons who are curious about why this is such a healthy, not only delicious, but a healthy salad. So the benefits of fresh garlic are: garlic has some antibacterial and antiviral properties, as well as there are anti-inflammatory benefits across the body. It's used in cancer prevention. It's a natural detoxifier. And this information I found out a couple different websites. WebMD.com for those of you guys who like the mainstream resources. And then there's WHFoods.com, which is World's Healthiest Foods, that website. And then one of my favorite websites is globalhealingcenter.com. So anytime I have any aches or pains in my body, I usually go to Global Healing Center and see what they recommend is a natural way for me to heal whatever condition is going on in my body. Cold, aches, pains, fever, whatever. Fresh lemon juice. Lemon juice has a natural alkalizing effect in the body to restore your body's pH balances. When your pH balances are out of whack, it leaves you susceptible to colds, flus, and other viruses. Lemon juice is rich in vitamin C. It has antioxidant and antibiotic effects as well, and it contains anti-cancer compounds. Again, the same websites for these World's Healthiest Foods, WHFoods.com, Global Healing Center, and WebMD. And kale. Kale is a low-calorie, high-fiber, zero-fat food that's high in iron, and it's high in iron and calcium, and it's also rich in vitamins K, A, and C. Kale also contains powerful antioxidants, and it's a great detox food. So in conclusion, kale, garlic, lemon, they are all healthy for the body. Some added benefits are cardiovascular support, as they have properties that lower your cholesterol or cholesterol lowering ability, as well as they're great for detox. If you like champagne like myself, or you go out and have happy hour every now and then, both kale, garlic, or all three, kale, garlic, and lemon, are great for keeping your liver healthy. So, and it'll keep you, if your liver's out of, being taxed too hard, it begins to have negative effects on your body. So to add a dish like this to your regular eating or diet regimen will ward off some of the negative, harmful effects of your liver being too toxic from too many happy hours. All right, when we return, we're going to get into the preparation stage of the food and get into making your actual kale salad. I just want to have a bit of an educational component to the meals that I prepare.